Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Are you also here for Tavern Talk Part 3? Yeah, I heard this one's supposed to be really good. Wait, you got your ticket, right? What do you mean you forgot? Well, today's your lucky day, because I just happen to have a spare. Here. You just need to scroll down and press it. Oh, looks like it is about to start. You better hurry up. Anyway, this is Tavern Talk Part 3. Go watch the last ones if you haven't yet. There's a playlist, I'll link it up here. And yeah, let's go. Okay. Day 3. New friends and former enemies. My shipment infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. With Fable's Phoenix Chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have the feeling they'll be of use soon. Oh. They're both here now. What was my voice for her again? So, innkeep. A drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. In a better universe, you wouldn't. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them all doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? We're lovers. So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication? No, it was a feud. I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died, right? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. Elfie? That's like a slur. But I guess they're an elf, so it's like calling a white person a cracker. So I guess it's fine. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was gonna kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think he's just confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? She kind of talks like Keanu Reeves does in John Wick or in like Cyberpunk 2077. Like she doesn't start her sentences. Like she's like, was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Damn. The disgust on their face is crazy. Was not? Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. Their voices I picked were very similar, I think. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Oh, what a character I am. Silly, quirky me. Right. I was born a half... Didn't I make this joke like last time or something? Of the quest, Fable. Right, the quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I knew enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the border of Tragarn around dusk. The ashen growth thins out up around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the white fields and vineyards. I don't know, why do you say it like that? Why do you say vineyards instead of vineyards? Whatever. As well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually. Actually, D&D elves have dark vision. A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Damn it! They got me. Yeah, the truth is, dark vision doesn't mean you can't see clearly in the dark. It means you see it in different shades of gray. They actually'd me. Thank God. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, that was awkward. Luckily, darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Whoa, she's pissed. Your ears are failing at being small. Whoa! Holy shit, dude. Again, with the racist remarks. The fuck? Also, that's super hypocritical. You've got fucking wolf ears. Dude, this is like when you criticize a British person and they immediately bring up like school shootings in America. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was gonna eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? You know, Fable thinking Lynn was a werewolf is also kind of racist. These lands are just plagued with misogyny. SMH. So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I kind of slipped into Fable there. I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice, gleaming with jaundice. However you say that fucking word. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the wolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the werewolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the stuff Uncle Dragon used to wear. That old... Can I replace this with a curse? Hey, why can't I say that hair? What the... Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Bro. That. Oh, shit. Ah. Anyway. It was dressed like Uncle Dragon. Smelled like Uncle Dragon. Fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yeah. He used to be my favorite uncle. But then he changed. Became irritable, angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fendor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left. Ran away without a word. Left us and Uncle Fendor behind. Worried senseless. Till we found a letter saying not to look for him. And all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Anyway. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. Okay. Carolyn, you need to chill, or I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I'm glad they did. How'd you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. Carolyn looks happy about that. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, pal. Thank you. Question mark. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have had to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. I can't imagine you would stop much, honestly. Not even trying to be mean. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop 2 angry wolves? That's what I'm saying, you know. Oh, well. Anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him the best we could, at the very least. Would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, dealing with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things. Or how do you say that? Vukakin? Vukakin thing. Vulcan. They're Vulcans. Vukakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure. Trying to avoid the moon. Trying to find a place to sleep. Stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. That's not... If Fable, go off. That's a great rap hook. The sheep? No, the stubbornness. And the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. Come on. We all need to talk about our feelings. Especially when they're bottled up resentment towards elves. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first. And apologize to Uncle Fedor for the rest. You see, she literally does talk like Keanu Reeves. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a greatsword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure, he can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure wouldn't change what he'd done. That he'd have to accept he's different now, and learn how to live again. Of course it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they tell me about the phases of the 7 moons, and the secrets of the moon signs. They taught me the moon runes, innkeeper. I see the stars now in a celestial light. It sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. This group sounds a little bit more like either an AA group or a cult. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending. Rather, the beginning of something new. So, the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Yeah. I like that. So after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah. Said something about it being for you and keep. Ooh. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't hard, was it? Clearly nervous. That's funny. Ah, well. So a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me. Something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make me the usual. Strength never gets old. Alright. Really explosive, explorative taste buds you have there, Lynn. Surprise? Not bad. You should do this professionally. Oh, Lynn, you dumb. I do this professionally. I'll think about it. Faye, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Alright, the usual. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're gonna pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. That's depressing. Carolyn, are you homeless? I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you late. Maybe Lynn has the E-pass. The E-word pass. Why are you crying, Fable? Are you heading home? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know it was so good at pretending to be charming. If you considered you weren't pretending, or yes, very good. Maybe you should order that drink more often. I'm gonna do this. I wanna encourage them, you know? As much as I fuck with Fable, I don't actually hate them. You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. Camera pans up towards the sun. That would be nice. Do you think I'm gonna save the world one day? That's a very tall order for a very small elf. Huh, you're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. No, I'm sorry. I was lying, Fable. I would definitely ask Carolyn first. You would probably be the last person I ask for help, honestly. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a terribly sad one. Or both. I'm gonna head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Oh, okay. Nighttime already? Ah, great. Oh, you took your hood off. You know, in like jail terms, in street terms, the tear tattoo is like you killed someone. Good evening to you too. Wait, what did he say? I accidentally clicked. Oh, he didn't say anything. Oh, you have a nice crop top though. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. Huh. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. Dude, go throw yourself off a fucking cliff. You could at least be... You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name, maybe? Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? I get it, because like Zephyr is like wind. It means wind or something. Also, Zephyr's Strike is like the name of a thing in D&D. No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally. Physically. Emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle. To get the cape. I mean... Yes. I'm so confused. What's wrong with this guy? No. He radiates some kind of neurodivergence. Am I using that word right? I think so. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet. So, if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. his cloak poked up.
So you know of the castle?
Yes?
It seems strange.
I probably sound like I'm about to nut at the end of every sentence. It is. A vampire lives there.
I've heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
What a coincidence, me too. It's written on the fucking quest, dude.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
No, not recently.
But she has?
Once, I had a vampire mixer.
Interesting. So, she was only here at night?
Yeah.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
No, she had a lot of makeup on.
But below that mask?
Sure, yes. Would guess she looked pretty dead below that.
What kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
You sell blood?
This is the second time that's been asked. Of course.
Whose blood?
The blood of annoying customers. What do you want to order? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle?
Really? All of them?
Yeah, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Morrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land and in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody.
Sounds like a strange place.
It sounds like the kind of place you'd love to go to, honestly.
Like a tomb for something still alive.
Fucking dude, I can't stand this guy. A tomb for something still alive? Like a vampire? Like what it's literally described to be as? That's what the quest is? For a goth.
Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief.
It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Okay, that was...
Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret.
Thievery is an honorable skill. I beg to differ.
Thieves are the leeches of our society. A calculated loss on the economy. An enemy of small businesses.
Like mine own.
Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude.
I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat.
Not if it's cursed.
Yeah, especially then.
Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences.
The consequences being you?
Exactly.
It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. I was bullied a lot as a child.
So you could easily swipe something else along with that cape, right?
Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures. Whatever pays the bills.
What about some interior decorations?
Like what, for example?
Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration.
Like a chair?
Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer for something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. I mean, not really. You've got like a ton of stuff, but whatever. I've got a ton of shit on my walls too, so I get it.
Wait, you're being serious?
Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to my tavern.
I'll See what I can do. You won't be disappointed.
Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. That would be so funny because she's come here once before. What if like she comes back and then just like, oh, that's my missing $10,000 watch on the wall there. I don't feel like displaying stolen goods on your walls is a good idea though, you know? Along with a little addition to my interior design.
Sounds like I'll need a few stamps.
Would you like some?
No, too traceable.
How about a drink then?
I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you were previously unaware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for?
Gold, like everywhere else. Secrets? How about a joke? Fuck. God damn it. You know what I want to pick, but you know what the good idea is. Fuck it, dude.
A joke? That's not... I'm not... I don't do jokes.
Is he crying? I ask him to tell a joke and he starts to cry. Then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. Yo, just give him the drink. Honestly, at this point.
How do explorers hide their treasure?
How?
By dragging them to a safe location.
No, that was a good one. It was good. Dragging my nuts across your face is a little better, though. Alright, yeah, I feel bad for you. You may have one of my renowned drinks, and some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them.
Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer?
Okay, chill. Oh. For your purposes, I think you can benefit from either a fey crystal or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystal hails straight from Avalon, allegedly. Somebody had to sneak these crystals up their asshole to get it here, but you know. Just don't think about it when you're drinking it. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually, and for a bit, the duration is a little unpredictable. I said that wrong. Hold on, wait, let me reread that. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be useful for your situation.
Interesting.
So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore?
I fear that Lady Evelyn might be of the undead nature. She's literally a vampire. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing.
Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help you with the fangs.
Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me, Zephyr. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no joke, is it?
Alright, awesome. Oh, you can pet him. Whoa. Bro's a gamer. I feel like if they get into a fight, then that might kill Evelyn. And I don't know if this will happen in the future, but a part of me wants to see, what was their name? Kyle. I want to see Kyle and Evelyn interact with each other. So I'm just gonna give him stealth. What's up with the crystal? Okay, so it already boosts it. It's already at that, so I just need to add the wisdom? Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. That was a little confusing, but... Here you go, a drink that all vampires fear.
Garlic breath?
Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it?
You don't need to ask permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade.
I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? That's good.
Huh. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire.
You don't find garlic scary? I would never order a drink called garlic breath, by the way. Just saying.
No, only the absence of it.
That makes two of us.
Hopefully, this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. Like Zephyr, like the wind. And if she can't see me, goodbye and keep. I would say, pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance.
Vengeance makes for an early grave.
Or for a good story.
Yeah, just look at any piece of Korean media.
Farewell.
Or for a bitter end. Oh, hello, Carolyn. Are you awake now? Oh. You have a long ponytail.
I'm taking this quest. And a drink.
Great. Did you sleep well?
What?
Sleep. How was it?
Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages.
Sounds like you needed it.
No. Your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course.
Of course. My apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. I'll stuff the beds with rocks. Would you like a drink as compensation?
I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too.
I'm pretty sure she just wants the same fucking thing. Yep. Wait, what if I use the chili thing? Okay. We'll try it. Something strong coming right up.
That is strong. Just the right amount of too much.
Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn.
No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest.
Yeah, the quest.
I'm taking it.
So you said. Jesus Christ. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned.
It's been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting angsty. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrated, and I forget who I am.
I think that's called boredom. Well, I think that's called ADHD. These characters are all diverse in like gender and race and even mental illness. But I'm an innkeeper in the 14 to /1500s, so I don't believe in mental illness. I just believe that she did not get spanked enough as a cub.
It's torture.
That too.
Well,
Boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Why she's pissed? You're fucking up my table. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that.
It could, by taking Alfie along.
Fair point. Please don't.
I won't. So, the saliva's for a vampire?
Vampire sunscreen. Am I doing the right voice for her?
Can a vampire get their chimera goo themselves?
It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business.
Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire?
No.
Does it make you nervous?
No.
You did mention that you like fangs.
Did I mention that I have a greatsword 3 times the size of your head?
Bro, she's guts. That's crazy. I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kinda blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian?
Depends. Are you religious? What does that word even mean in this context? Like, do we know that gods exist in this world? And if so, when a guy says that he's not religious, is that saying like, yeah, Zeus may be real, but he's a bitch and not worth my time?
Guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you ain't a priest. You'd do a piss poor job.
Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about?
I ain't worried.
Okay, nervous.
I ain't that either.
Then what is it?
Excitement, I suppose.
Excitement?
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing, I'm asking.
Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to.
Why haven't you?
Ain't exactly easy to find one. Or to survive one.
This seems like a great opportunity for you then.
It is.
What's it about, Guardians?
It's less about the Guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the Chimera. It's got a dragon head, right?
Yeah, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
They're cool.
Nah, I get that though. I do like dragons. I read all the How to Train Your Dragon books, watched the movies, and invested probably too much money into that shitty pay-to-play game they made.
Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all.
Is that your like grandma, or I think that's what that means.
My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she
passed?
Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments elsewhere. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time.
Your family has a leaving problem, Carolyn.
At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers.
Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera?
No. It was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. But never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return.
I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I'll make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale.
I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much.
This is you talking too much? Aw, she's so adorable when she smiles. What a charming character.
So, you like dragons?
Yeah, like I was saying, way too much money in that shitty ass game. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical.
They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings.
You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings.
Huh. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior.
Don't do all that magic. Don't worry, I'll curse for you, Lynn.
Don't do all that magic. Fuck.
I got you. Why not?
I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons.
A little help never hurt anybody.
A little self-reliance don't either.
Fair, very fair. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn?
Didn't say that.
I see. That doesn't count as help?
It's prepayment for me taking on your quest.
Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest.
Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Just keep it simple.
Alright, what can I get you then?
I reckon a bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I needed some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea.
Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant, and that could be very useful in a fight.
Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one.
And on the topic of trickery?
No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out.
I am actually not sure about this one. I'm kind of unsure how this might turn out. Either help her with defense or something for the brain. Fuck, this is tough. I don't know. I feel like the last time I got like kind of a hint where things might lead, but for this, it's like they're gonna fight either way. Okay, if I was going into this fight in like a D&D or something, what boost would I use? Intelligence or... You know what? I was kind of leaning towards defense, but considering that the intelligence idea came from her baba, which she had like experience with chimeras or dragons or whatever, I'm gonna go with the intelligence. Alright. I really hope this works. Good job, boy. Figured it out.
Thanks. Hope you season it with some trickery. It does feel weird. Like my brain's sparkling.
No refunds.
How urgent is this sunscreen?
Pretty urgent. The sun tends not to take a break, even for vampires.
Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems.
Might. No, I kind of agree. That's a pretty stupid fucking thing to do as a vampire. But when has an easy solution ever been fun?
Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in the mangrove.
Good luck.
Won't be needing it.
I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Alright, good night. Is that it? Alright, day 3 complete. I'm still in Act 1 though. Am I still in Act 1? Yeah. Oh well, alright, whatever. See ya in a few days! Or not, if you're binge watching it or whatever. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, piss shit. Do crack, and yeah.